Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the workshop today. We have Ishita from Gardening Happiness. She runs a channel on Instagram by the name Gardening Happiness, and she has agreed to do this workshop for you guys. So, over to you, Ishita. Tell us about you and about your journey before you start.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Jitendra, for this opportunity and welcoming me, giving me this platform. It's really glad to be here and get associated with the affordable organic store. In fact, to start, a big congratulations to you and your team for completing 1 year. I think it's your anniversary. So, big cheers to the same. Congratulations. And coming to myself, I am basically from Indore, but now well settled in Pune from almost 8, 9 years. And fortunate to have a good rooftop, a pretty much good space. So I get to follow my passion. Pretty much into gardening from childhood because I've seen my dad growing plants and he was too much into plantation. So I used to help him, but from past 4 5 years this hobby has grown a lot, especially in last 1 year during lockdown. I think that goes to everyone without saying. So I'm here to take a quick workshop, share my knowledge. I will be candid, because I treat all my viewers as friends. So let's try to exchange certain knowledge and let's try to help each other is the motto. Also, would like to include one important segment, which is important chapter of my life. It is Garden Gurus, which is a WhatsApp group which I created last year during lockdown. Log पूछते हैं lockdown में क्या किया? So this is what I did. So we connected Pune community, Pune plant lovers. We do have few people, those who are quite special from outside Dehradun and Mumbai, etc. So we are all connected, and we keep doing engagement activities. We play plant damsharas. We did couple of gatherings in between. They were small gatherings, and we exchanged plants. So there was a good plant swap, event. So I would like to inspire people. I would like to request and recommend that you may also want to create certain groups in your community, in your local areas, because plants grow together in certain climatic conditions. Plus, you can try to do plantation drive, etc. So try if you can also create group and try to connect with the other plant, lovers. And having said that, gardening.happiness is close to my heart. It is my Insta page where you will find my experience and my rooftop pictures, etc. I would like to share my experiences here through this live workshop. So let's divide this in two segments. One is for totally new gardeners, totally new people, plant lovers, those who want to grow plants, totally beginners. Second is gardeners, those who have certain plants but probably want to multiply and propagate them. So let's cover up. I have certain demos here. I have few cuttings. I would like to show it to my friends. These are few cuttings. I will tell you the names of the plants I have. Can see this is a spider plant. Low maintenance, very easy to grow. It does need partial sunlight, good watering every day. Then I have Brahma Kamal, which is again same requirement. Then I have snake plant cutting, least maintenance plants. This can be grown indoors as well. It needs water once in a week or maybe twice a week, and this doesn't need any other requirement at all. Then I have my favorites, a category of pothos. So pothos is nothing but money plants or something like philodendrons, etc. So this is a neon money plant. So for the newcomers, those who are just starting plantation, it's not necessary that you need soil. Gardening can be done without soil also. Yes, I really mean it. So you can start by putting this cutting in water, something like this, something like this. So you can just put the cutting in water, try to change the water every week so that, the fresh water will definitely induce the growth. This is how you have to cut. Maybe just make a slant cut below the note. This is the note, the dots in between. So you just have to put it in water and put it maybe on the kitchen window. Just try to fulfill all the areas of your home wherever you see there is good light. So in my home, you will see lots of money plants, above TV, near TV, maybe at the window of the living room, kitchen window, etc. So wherever I see, I want to see a plant. That is maybe my choice. Then next cutting is of Philodendron. This is very easy to grow plant. It already has roots, so I can directly put it in soil, something like this. I'll show you an example. Okay, so something which does not have roots, we have to put it in water, let it grow, let it get roots. For example, this has roots. This was kept in water for a few days. If you see, this particular cutting has roots. So now I can transfer this to soil also, or if I want, I can keep it in the bottle. So if you want to propagate your plants, during lockdown, if you're not able to step outside, you may want to just try cutting in with whatever you have, or maybe take help from your neighbors, of course, maintaining social distancing. पड़ोसी से नहीं ले सकते हैं, whenever you get a chance, if you step out once, or if you go to nursery, I try to take cuttings from them also, because it's not necessary that you buy all the plants. So it's good that you may maybe buy 5 6 plants and take cuttings of other few plants, so that's how you can grow more. So once you get the roots, just transfer them to soil, general gardening soil, and that will help. I would like to show you a demo for the jade plant. This is again very easy to grow plant. It's good if you keep it in sunlight, or else bright light or partial sunlight is okay. I have a pot here with the soil. So what I did, I just got this cutting from my garden, and I removed the leaves from the bottom so that the stem is clear and that can be rooted. Now I'll just put it here in this soil, and this is good to go. Something like this. And this is actually good for prosperity. It's very good, fortune. You can always gift. I have one here. There are very cute small planters which you can buy, which is hardly for 30 40 rupees. You get in almost all local nurseries. You can keep it in your washrooms also, because washrooms usually have good humidity, good light. I wanted to cover up a topic on indoor plants. So, for example, this is an indoor plant. It's a variety of snake plant. So it needs water hardly a week. This is another variety of snake plant. I hope that's clearly visible to you all. So these are very easy to grow, very low maintenance. Indoor plants just need water once in a week. But yes, there is nothing called as indoor plants. We have to keep them outside, maybe in bright light or in sunlight, at least for a day in a week, or maybe at least once in 8 to 10 days, to show them some bright light, because they don't get that much light inside. So it's good, if you want good growth, you should always keep them in bright light at least once a week. So I also wanted to show you the roots of the plant which I recently, tried with the cutting. This is ZZ plant, very easy to grow. I have one here. Let me try to show that to you. ZZ plant is very, very low maintenance, very easy air purifying plant. I would always recommend beginners and starters to try with this. And it does not need any maintenance. You just have to water maybe once a week, or again 10 days, and it will really do very well. So I have tried ZZ plant, I have tried snake plant. It has started rooting. I'll try to transfer it in a small pot, something like this. This is again a cute planter gifted by someone. So I'm putting this snake plant into this, and that's how I get one plant. It's quite fancy. You can keep it inside at your study table, or maybe near TV. It looks quite beautiful. Maybe in couple of months you will see new growth. So it will sprout new leaves. And again, here is a variety of a succulent. It has also started giving pups. So what are pups? For newbies, pups is the cutting, or the new plant grown from the mother plant. For example, this is spider plant. So I will be showing you my garden, my rooftop at the end. I will be happy to show you the glimpse. You will see the mother plant of this pup spider plant. I have lots of spider plants, low maintenance, good for beginners. You can try that. So this was a quick demo of the cuttings which we can root. Let me try to grow few for you. So this is the snake plant we were talking about, which does not need any maintenance. You can keep it in dark also. It's happy, it doesn't need any pampering. It's fine to do in dark or maybe moderate light. But again, once a while, try to put it in light. Take it for a quick walk in your garden. Okay, so here we go. One of my plant is ready. Snake plant is very easy to grow. You can just get one cutting from someone and you can have a nice pot full of snake plant within a couple of months or maybe 3 to 6 months. It depends which variety are you getting, what kind of soil are you using. So every human has a different requirement. Similarly, every plant has a different requirement. Snake plant does well in sand and easy drain soil where water should not get clogged. It does not need too much of watering. If you just put this snake plant in a corner, it will thrive well. You just put it and forget it, keep it aside for 10-15 days, it will do well. So snake plants are good for beginners, then spider plants, then jade plant, then I said brahma kamal. This oftenly blooms in during monsoons, very easy to grow. You will get cuttings of all these plants very easily. Money plant, of course, is quite a common plant. During my childhood, I think I just saw one money plant, but now with knowledge, with reading and getting research and going through articles of other members, I realized there are so many money plants. So all this category is known as photos. Then bamboo. This is a bamboo plant. You see the roots? Although I have no intention to move this to soil, it looks beautiful in bottle. This reminds me to share about DIY planters. That was also one of the subtopics. So this bottle was prepared during lockdown last year. It was very, very easy. Just have to roll a few colors on a plastic sheet. Similarly, I have few other DIY planters. I would like to request you all to go into sustainable living. The Affordable Organic Store definitely believes in that. And I guess they have variety of products which is more into organic, more green, more sustainable. So, for example, this is one planter, one bottle, which I reused, best out of waste. It's nothing but golden color, spray color, and rice. Trying to show you a closer. There's one more. This is again very simple DIY. If you can guess, let me know in the comments. What is this made of? And here is another one. I really like this. I like it because it is quite vibrant. This was made by foam sheets, colorful foam sheets. So you just have to do the cuttings and stick it the way you want. So, there are millions of ideas on Google, millions of ideas on YouTube, Pinterest. Try to utilize time, make it productive, just use whatever you get in your kitchen, dabbas, bottles, containers. Just try to reuse them. Try to, create best out of waste. Take a cutting, put it in a planter and keep it in some, in a condition where they get good light. So you don't need soil always to grow plants. Coming to those who have certain plants, of course, you, I'm sure, may have an idea about how to propagate. But if at all you need some help, please feel free to connect. You already know my Insta page, gardening.happiness. But as I've shown few plants here, jade plant can help you very easily, very easy to propagate. Then we have spider plant. Then we have rubber plant. It should be somewhere around. Okay, it's here. So rubber plant is again very easy to propagate. You can try propagating that. Then there's another variety of snake plant. This is variegated snake plant. Again, same requirements what I described and mentioned for other snake plants. So if you just get one cutting, one leaf from someone, you can try to propagate it to many. But of course, gardening is all about patience. You have to propagate, but then stay tuned. Just take care of them as per their requirement, and I'm sure it will give you great results. So I would be happy to see if you have any questions on this.
Ishita, a lot of people have joined us on the live
Mhm.
stream, and first of all, they are saying hi to you,
Hi to all.
and
Thank
then
you.
we'll move to questions. So,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of participants have asked, can we get seeds for indoor plants? So, like for Montessori or any other indoor plants, can we use seeds to grow them?
Okay, so before answering that question, Jitendra, disclaimer to all my friends, no gardener is completely perfect and full of wisdom. Definitely, we are all learning. Gardening is a huge subject, it's vast. I'll try to answer as many queries as possible, but then if I don't know anything, I will be happy to learn. So, seeds for indoor plants, I don't think I have heard of. I have always tried indoor plants because they are foliage plants. Foliage is leaf plants. So, in my understanding, in my knowledge, I have always grown them as a cutting or have got them from nursery, but I don't think seeds will be, tuned up with the indoor plants. Seeds are always more of vegetables and maybe flowering, etc., which is more of outside plants, sunlight, and they need full sunlight. And of course, vegetable seeds also need full sunlight and bright light. Indoor plants, seeds, I don't think so. It is compatible.
Okay. And question from Uday Lakshmi. She's
Mm-hmm.
saying that her bamboo plant is about 4 years old and now it is turning yellow. So, do I need to add anything to water?
So I'm not sure if that bamboo plant is in soil or water. If at all it is in water, you may want to keep changing water every week because that is must. Plus try to keep it in light if at all you have kept it inside. And if it is already outside, try to add some compost. Try to move it to a different location. If it is in full sunlight, try to give it only bright light. If it is in bright light, try to keep it in partial sunlight. Never try to move a shaded plant in a full sunlight overnight. It may happen with a transition, but if you do it suddenly, plant may go in a shock. So I am just trying to assume that your plant is in water or if in soil. I gave you both the options. I hope it helps.
Okay. Question from Annie.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to know care tips for growing anthurium plant, which is also known as lace leaf.
Okay, Anthurium is in my list, but by my group Garden Gurus, I have learned Anthurium is definitely an indoor plant. Keep it in bright light, something like where you have a window, especially east-facing window. So if you keep it there, light conditions will be fulfilled. You will have to water them once in a week. You can fertilize them once in a month, but they are not a very heavy feed fertilizers. So yes, Anthurium is a beautiful plant with beautiful foliage and blooms as well. I have to get that soon.
And Neha Thakur has requested if you can share some fertilizers for water plants.
Okay, so I prefer to use organic fertilizers. That's what is recommended by all the members of our group always. But if at all we have to use for water plants, I try to just put a couple of, DAP crystal balls. If you know DAP, that is something which might help to boost up the growth of your plant. You get DAP very easily in nurseries, and if you want, you can just spray NPK solution. So these are two things which you can utilize and you will get it easily in nurseries. So the ratio is mentioned on the packets. It depends on the plant size and how many plants are you spraying. So you have to dilute it definitely, maybe in 1:10 ratio, but you can try to see how many plants are you trying to use and spray. Accordingly, you can make your solution. So NPK and DAP is what will help.
So another question from Uday Lakshmi. Her philodendron plant is about 5 months old and it is not doing well. So what she can do?
I assume this is what you are trying to mention. Philodendron is this, and it's doing wonderful in many of my hanging pots. And it's in bright light, no sunlight, maybe partial sunlight is okay. So, if at all you may want to change the location and add some vermicompost, it may help.
Okay, and taking one question before we move with the workshop, then we'll take the questions later. So this is question from Siddhi Parab. What potting soil do you use?
So different plants have different requirements. So, if you are, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to propagate or if you want to pot a snake plant, it will not like water. So you have to put it in a well-drained soil. But other plants, most common plants are happy in gardening soil, which is roughly 50% of the gardening soil, around 30 to 40% of vermicompost, and around 10 to 20% of the river sand. That should make a good ideal gardening soil for most of the plants. I hope
Okay,
that helps.
so we'll take question in another tranche. Now we can continue with the
Sure.
workshop.
I'm enjoying this FAQ and the conversation with the friends who have joined in. So thank you so much. Now, coming to the next point, I had one quick tip here. I always try when I go to nursery, I always try to buy plants which has maybe two stems or more stems, so that when you come home you can divide them easily. I had one plant to show, quite huge. I hope you guys can see it. So this was actually when I got this from nursery, there were two plants in one pot. So I divided them and I got two in price of one. So whenever you go to nursery, there's a quick tip for all of you. Try to take plants with more stems. For example, this. Now this has lots of different branches and the new buds coming up. So I can divide it easily and I can multiply it and make it to more plants. That is one tip. Second, I also wanted to tell all of you that try to make a schedule for watering your plants. Try to water them either early morning or late evenings. But whenever you do, try to maintain that schedule. Try not to change that. The plants also get into that habit. So try to do that. Second, whenever you add any kind of compost, please try to add that post sunset so that it will help eventually overnight. Plants will absorb that and it will have a very good impact. You will see a great growth and results. Third, we try to use organic compost and magic potions suggested by my Garden Gurus members. So when we say magic potion, it includes maybe all kitchen waste. If not all, at least onion peel. So onion peel water is highly recommended. That is something which you can easily get from your kitchen. So please don't throw away those peels. Plus eggshells. If at all you eat egg, try to utilize those eggshells. If anyways we throw it off. So try not to discard. Use them in your plants because that will definitely give them some good nutrition and you will see healthy growth. So what you have to do with the onion peels and the eggshell, or maybe even banana peels on that matter, just dip them in water. Take a bottle, try to take a transparent bottle so that you can see the change in color. Just dip them in water for a couple of days or a week, and in between every day, whenever you get a chance, you can shake that bottle so that the air will keep moving. And after a week's time, you have to strain that water and add maybe 5 times. So it's 1:5 basically. So just add more of plain water in that and use that in your plants. That acts as like a party to plants. So treat them good. Try to utilize most of the kitchen, waste, and that will actually make happy. One of our co-member always keeps saying, "धरती से जो लिया है उन्हीं को वापस देना है." So let's try to do that. So that is one tip. And coming to plant styling, I have a plant to show, or actually a plant style to show. So this is one planter that is one of the old cloth, a sofa cloth, which was kept unutilized. And one of my friend who is into stitching, she made a beautiful planter, and I'm using it. Otherwise, if you see, the pot is not so beautiful. So what you do is you just have to put the pot in this bag, and especially for indoor plants. So just utilize this. If you are good in stitching, try doing it yourself, or you can get it done from somewhere. So that is another tip. And yes, so for beginners, it's fine if you fail. Just experiment. Gardening is a vast subject. If you fail, then only you will definitely learn. And if you're failing, that means you're learning. So try to grow from small things. Let's say, for example, kitchen. If you want to grow tomatoes, just cut tomato slice, put it in soil, put a top layer of soil again, and leave it in, maybe a bright sunlight. Keep watering it every day. I'm sure you will see sapling coming soon. Similarly, you can also try with green chilies. You can try with capsicum. So if you don't have anything and if you cannot step out in lockdown, then you can definitely try these things at home. So I'm okay to take more questions, Jitendra.
Yeah. So another question from Siddhi:
Mm-hmm.
do these indoor plants need repotting, or will they survive in tiny pots?
So definitely, yes, they do need repotting once you see the growth is full. So I always suggest, if you have a plant of, let's say, now this plant will definitely need repotting. If it is here, it may not get good space to grow. But if I put this in a bigger pot, then of course it will get good space to grow. So, like children, they like to play in a spacious area and they don't want to be in a compact area. Similarly, it goes with our plants also. So definitely indoor plants needs repotting. Once you see that they have grown fully and the pot is becoming compact, try to shift them in a bigger pot.
Question from Pushplata. She wants to know care tips for GG plant.
Okay, ZZ plant is most easy plant. That's what I say. So there is no cure tip, Pushpalata, but that's a great question. You just have to pot that and keep it in light, not sunlight. Keep it in bright light once in a week. Otherwise, you can make a location inside your home. You can keep it in any corner. It bears little moderate light or it bears darkness also. It is a beautiful plant. It will definitely deck up your living room. And just try to give it a little compost or maybe onion peel water once in a month and watering once in 10 days. But it also depends on your climatic conditions of your city. So a week to 10 days should suffice.
Coming to next question from Rishabh. He wants
Mhm.
to know, how can we identify what kind of pest or disease is in the plant, and what they can apply to get rid of common diseases in indoor plants.
Sure. So indoor plants, you may at times see there is some white particle on it, which is called as aphids or millibugs. At times you may notice that it appears beneath the leaf, below the leaf. They like to be, here. They hang out, they party there. So, but it's not good for our plants, definitely. So we need to get rid of it. And the solution is neem oil spray. You can get organic neem oil spray from pest control stores or nurseries. You just have to dilute maybe 5 ml to 1 liter of water. Or actually, different neem oil have the instructions and the measurements mentioned on the bottle or the packet. Try to go through that first and try to maybe follow the same. You have to dilute neem oil spray with some mild soap, regular soap what we have at home to wash our hands. So one part of neem oil spray, one part of soap, and some part of water. Make this solution in a spray bottle. Try to spray it on your indoor plants. So even if you don't see anything, spraying once in a month will not harm them much. Just try to make a mild spray for indoor plants. And if you want for outside, of course, you might need little stronger, especially for hibiscus because they catch lots of aphids.
Question from Amuta Santi. She is saying that her money plant leaves are not healthy. So, what could be the reason and what she can do make them healthy?
I am not sure about the location. If at all you have kept it in dark, then try to move it to light. If at all you have kept it in water and you're not changing the water, try to change the water every week, 10 days. Uh, or if at all you feel that it's quite a big money plant, you may try to divide it in two and try to separate them and see if that works. So there are multiple solutions, but I'll be happy to go in detail and answer more.
And one question is if you can elaborate about camellia plant,
Sorry.
what can be the care tips? How to about camellia plants? They want to know more how to grow it, how to take care of it.
I am not sure if I heard it right, Jitendra. Can you please repeat that for me once? The name of the plant?
It's camellia. It is spelled at
Okay.
as Camellia.
Okay. I think I am not very good at that right now. I'm sorry. But maybe next time, maybe I'll also learn and then come back to you with the answer. Jitendra, I'm not sure if you can help on that.
I'm not sure too, but I'll try to find some on, something on internet. That's what I can say.
That's in my
Moving on to
email.
next question. So, what from Sukriti we have question. What are some of the tips for soiled indoor plants for their good health?
So same, just use onion peel water. If you eat eggs, try to use egg peel water. You can try to add bone meal once in a month or at least once in couple of months. Definitely add vermicompost once in a month. And indoor plants have to take them out at least once in a few days, once in a week or so. Just take them for a visit and let them be in good light for a day and then put it back to the same location. I'm sure they will definitely do very well.
Uh, Question from Shreyashi Datta. What kind of care does succulents need?
Succulents need least care. I have few succulents. I will share and showcase them later at the maybe last part of this session. So succulents, once you plant them, forget them. If you over pamper them, they will definitely tend to die. If you don't want to kill them, just plant them, water them maybe once in couple of weeks, 10 to 15 days ideally. Keep them in partial sunlight or in bright light. I'm sure they will do well. And they usually don't need much compost or anything. But of course, well-drained soil is must. They will not survive in a soggy soil and they look beautiful. Try to put them in different planters, cute planters, something like this, something like this. Succulents look good.
A question from Ravi Siram about again about the pests. So, Ishita, you have already answered that using neem oil in after diluting it in water and spraying it over plants,
Right.
and probably soap solution
Mm-hmm.
can also help in getting rid of amphis and millibugs on your
Absolutely. That
plants.
all in one solution, probably works in all the plants. So go ahead and use it.
Coming to question from Lakshi Jaiswal, and
Mhm.
Ishita, I have personally faced this question, faced this problem which Nilakshi is asking. She's asking that I have planted money plant in bottle as well as in soil, but the money plant in soil doesn't grow much as compared to it does in water. So, what she can do about it?
Okay, hi Nilakshi. So yes, maybe money plant likes water more than soil, but depends where is your soiled money plant. If at all it is in bright sunlight, direct sunlight, it may not do well. Partial sunlight is okay, or bright light is best. Ideal requirement of money plant is bright light. If you see, we have kept money plant in bottles and we usually keep them in light inside our homes. And they do pretty well. They don't need direct sunlight or even partial sunlight. So try to move around your money plant and see the results if that helps.
And in this case, I would like to share my experience. So I
Sure.
had a money plant which wasn't growing for months. For 2 months, it was just having 5 leaf, and that's all. And one day, my 2-year-old daughter, she pulled it out of the pot, and when I repotted it, it started growing really well.
So nice.
So maybe repotting can help you, changing the pot and maybe making soil somewhat soft can help. So nothing, no harm in trying that.
Definitely, that's a
Yeah.
great thing to share, Jitendra. To add, you may also want to keep cutting your money plant. And then the same, what you cut, something like this. When you cut, you will get a cutting. Then again, keep it in water. You get the roots. Then again, just put it again in that particular pot. That's how you can keep multiplying it. When you cut, they will have two nodes. They will have two branches. So that's how the volume will increase of that particular plant. So try if that method may also work.
Question from Sharat. So
Mhm.
he's asking, can we use soil instead of coco peat for seeds germination?
You can, but coco peat is recommended. If you have coco peat, that will be wonderful. Mix of coco peat and soil will be ideal. But if at all you don't have coco peat, you cannot arrange, then definitely soil is good to go.
Question coming from Elakshi.
Mhm.
My tulsi plant have some kind of white marks on leaves. So is it safe to use, or how we can cure it?
Okay, to answer that, I will recommend don't use neem oil spray on tulsi. It might be a little harsh, but you may try a very mild neem oil spray. If not, then just try to use soap diluted water, and that might work. Just try doing that. Also, try to cut, try to prune. So, pruning is again an advice to all the friends here who have joined. So, pruning is nothing but you have to tweak. So, for example, this. So, when I will pinch the top, let's say this. So, this is pruning. So, when you prune your plants, they will grow well. The volume of the plant will increase. So try to prune your tulsi plant. And there is a soft pruning. This was soft pruning. There is a hard pruning and hard pruning. You cut the complete stem, few branches. You just make your plant bald. Why? Because then it will revive. It will give you a great growth, new leaf, new blooms. So just thought to share a quick knowledge on pruning as well. That might help your tulsi plant. Try to pinch tulsi leaves every day.
So coming to next question, Pushplata is asking
Mm-hmm.
that you recommend watering in evening, but by the next evening, plants are becoming dull because they didn't get water from long time. And she is talking about vegetable plants.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's a great question. And the answer to this is you may want to shower your plants in between. Let's say, for example, you water them today evening, and until tomorrow evening. Right now it's a summer season. Until tomorrow evening, they may definitely be little dried, and they may, the leaves may drool. So what you can try to do is you can shower them in the morning. Give them a nice shower. That's what I do with my plants. I like doing showering to my plants. So showering will help. Showering is not deep watering, definitely. It's just showering your plants by the hose pipe.
Coming to next question, Sukriti has a question that if leaves of fiddle leaf or ficus plant are drooping, what can be done?
There might be some something with your plant, something which plant is not liking. So if you may want to get connected and tell me more in depth, I will be able to help. But in general, either you may want to repot or change the location or try to give vermicompost. Maybe it may happen due to less watering or maybe overwatering. I'm not sure. So if you can give me an ideal situation, you can put it in comments now. I'll be in a better condition to.
Okay, question from Ishika. So she has a rubber plant, but it got only one new leaf in last 1 month. How she
Mhm.
can increase the rate of growth and get big leaves for her plant?
Okay. So Ishika, I was facing same with my rubber plant. It is right here. So it had lots of leaves, but then I kept it indoor. Now it's a beautiful plant. It really lights up your living room, well decorated. I kept it indoor, and I noted that all the leaves were, drooping, and it just went off. But I still wanted to save it, so I thought, okay, let me try to keep it in light, and it survived well. And new leaves are also coming, new growth is coming. So if at all you have kept it in dark or maybe moderate light, then try to move it to a better location where it will receive good light, or try to put it outside at least once a week, plus vermicompost once a month or once in 20 days will help. And rubber plant, if it is indoor, will not like too much of watering. So try to avoid overwatering. Twice a week is okay, especially for indoor plants. And maybe you can do misting for indoor plants every day, especially in summer season. Just take the spray bottle and mist all your indoor plants. They like misting.
Yeah, so that's a great tip from Ishita. Misting can actually relieve them from the heat, which is
Exactly.
they are facing in this summer. So yeah, that's great. And coming to next question from Madhu Rastogi, what are some low maintenance plants which we can begin if we want to start a kitchen garden on
Mhm.
terrace?
Okay, great. So I'm not a pro in kitchen garden, although I have tried few. Just like you, I'm also a beginner in vegetable gardening. So you can try tomato, you can try capsicum, you can try ladyfinger, you can definitely try green chilies, and red chilies, of course. So I will also suggest the affordable organic store has seeds, good collection of seeds, and that too, it starts hardly in rupees 10. So you may want to try sowing them and see if that helps.
Yeah, adding to the same, Madhu, there are a lot of vegetable plants which you can get harvest even in 2 months. Like bitter gourd is there, bottle gourd is there, and you can find the vegetable seeds starting at as low as 10 rupees on our store. Uh, One recommendation I will give you, that if you are new to vegetable gardening, don't put all your seeds in one go. First, try the germination with few seeds to see if climate is proper, or if the soil you are using is proper, or your germination method is suitable or not. So don't sow all the seeds in one go. Try it in 2 to 3 batches, and you can try with any of the gourds and chili, as you mentioned, tomatoes. So all of them are very fast growing and low care plants. So all the best for your garden. And so moving to next question from Rishabh: how to cure money plant leaf ends getting brown?
If it is in soil, you may want to change the soil. If it is too soggy, if you are less watering, if you are over watering, you may have to observe yourself, your watering schedule, and you may want to change the soil. That will help. If it is in water, it should ideally not get brown. And if I see all my money plants and want to showcase here quickly, if you see, uh, if you observe and notice, money plants in water survive well and better. They don't get brown on the edges. Most likely, your money plant seems to be in soil, so you may want to change the soil and see if that helps. Jitendra, you want to add something there?
Okay. Yeah. So for we are getting a lot of questions for money plant growth. So I will summarize what we have discussed for money plants, Ishita.
Sure.
So one solution is repotting. Another solution is giving that spray, misting spray on the plants or
Mm-hmm.
showering the plants, because plants such as a money plant, they can absorb water through their nodes. So you will see small roots coming out under every bunch of leaf. From there they can take water. So you try to water whole plant, wash it off with spray or mist. uh, so from there also it can get water. And what I have tried and I've learned that changing the location of the plant from shaded area or to semi shaded or fully lit area, so you can try different environment and see what works best for your money plant. Okay.
Correct. I think that's a great info that you just briefed. And one more tip here for my gardener friends. Whenever we water, we should never over pamper our plants. Like over pampering may spoil our children, similarly, it may spoil our plants as well. You're watering a couple of plants and you may want to water other plants also, it may not work. You always check the soil first. You may check it by doing finger test. So when you touch the soil, you see, so this is already quite moist. When I touch the soil, my I can see soil in my fingertips. So which means this plant will not need water at all. So you have to check at least an inch maybe. If at all you notice that, so this finger test will always help you to recognize, to identify whether that plant will need water or may not need water. So try to adhere to that. This will definitely save lots of plants because most of the plants have one challenge of overwatering.
uh, Moving to next question. How we can make sweet wine potato bushy?
By cuttings. Uh, an example I gave for money plant, you can always, sweet wine potato is definitely a wine, something like this. Obviously, the color is not this, but when you cut it half-inch below the knot area, cut it, put it in water, see when roots, germinates or the roots come. When you see and spot the roots, you can put it in the same pot. Keep doing it. And when you cut, you will always get two branches out of that, after that particular cut. So that's how that will look bushy and you can increase the volume of the plant. And same goes with money plant also.
Coming to question, one question from Meru Jain. Please give us some recommendations for decorative indoor plants.
Decorative indoor plants. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, yeah. It can be decorative in terms of colors or shapes.
Definitely. So I always prefer to, it might sound weird, but this is what I follow. Put plants as per the pot color. So if the pot color is white, a green color plant will look good in that. Similarly, let's say if the so this is somewhat like brown and maroon plant. This is, I think, a variety of Dracena. So when you see the color, this is kind of a brown color. So this pot will look good in white color pot. This plant will look good in white color pot or maybe blue or any other color. So try to see the color combinations. Ceramic pots definitely are very decorative. Highly recommended, especially for indoor plants. So again, cute, small. planters. You can keep that on your wash basin, you can keep in your kitchen, you can keep it on your dining. So they look really beautiful. They make very good decorative plant. I try to use the color combinations. Now this is orange, so I thought jade plant will look good, which is green in color. So this color combination looks nice. So this is what I follow. I hope that helps.
So, a question from Kritika Podar: can we grow lavender in warm climate?
All right, Kritika, thank you for asking that question, but I have not tried my hands on lavender yet. Jitendra, if you have any inputs, even I will learn.
What I know of about lavender, and even if we look at strawberry, so these two, I'm seeing the question. So these are grown in colder and climates.
Okay.
So for strawberry, it will be September, start in September, and it will grow well in November and December. Similarly, for lavender, you have to follow some specific uh, instructions for germinating lavender seeds. It's not easy to germinate them, so please get acquainted with those instructions before you try the lavender seeds to get better success in germinating. So coming to next question, Ishita, is question from Meru Jain: how often should plants like erica palm and snake plant and spider plant can be watered?
So all three of them have different requirements. It also depends on your city climatic condition. It also depends on the location of the plant. For example, is it indoor or outside? So my areca palms are doing pretty well. They are here indoors. I hope it's visible. So they are doing pretty well inside in the living room. There's a bright light. So I water them alternate days. Snake plant, of course, once in a week. I don't touch my snake plant until I do a finger test once in a week or maximum maybe once in 8 to 10 days. Snake plant is quite happy even if you forget watering for 15 days. And I think that's it. I hope I didn't miss on any plant.
Coming to next question from Priyanka:
Mm-hmm.
my blue pea plants keep getting dried after it
Mm-hmm.
gets bigger. So what she can do to save it?
Okay, I am not sure on this. I'm very sorry, but I have not tried my hands on BOP yet. Maybe I will also learn and come back to you next time.
Question from Vritika Rastogi:
Mhm.
my aloe vera plants grew very rapidly in the beginning, but now the leaves have started turning brown. So how she can nurse them back to health?
They will come back automatically. You know, it's natural because it's summer season. It's a desert plant. It already stores lots of water in their leaf. So don't overwater them. Although it's summer season, you can water them once in a week, twice a week. That should be enough. Try to keep them in partial sunlight or maybe in bright light instead of full sunlight. Though it will thrive in full sunlight also, but then the leaf edges will get brown because of the heat.
Yeah, for aloe vera, I've seen even if you don't water it even for a whole month, and if the
That's
even if the soil has completely dried, it still does well. It doesn't die. So I think you can go carefree on water for aloe
right.
vera and see how it responds.
Yes, great.
Um,
Important.
okay, question about strawberry. Strawberry, we have already answered that for strawberry. Try to grow it in September and September, October. Try to germinate it in that season so that in colder environment you can get a good produce. And if you are in colder climatic areas like in Uttarakhand or Himachal or Kashmir, you can try it throughout the year.
Absolutely, Jitendra.
Okay.
I would vouch for that. You know, I'm since I'm in Pune, close to Mahabaleshwar, which is very famous for strawberries. I've always seen strawberries, season in winters. So I think that is the best season to grow strawberries. You'll definitely get great results.
Yeah. Coming to next question from Shubh Bahuguna, Shubha
Mhm.
Bahuguna. Please give me remedy for snails.
For snails. Fortunately, I've not faced snails yet, but I'm not sure if neem oil spray will work. Jitendra, if you may want to give more inputs, please, because I have not faced that issue yet.
Uh,
So no clue.
yeah, this is a rare problem.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, these kind of problems people face in open gardens rather than balcony gardens. So I'm not
Okay.
sure what to do about it. I don't want to recommend anything which might harm your plant. So maybe you look maybe you look on internet what you can do. Coming to next question from Sujata.
Mm-hmm.
As it is lockdown, I want to grow creepers, especially to cover my compound area. So,
Mm-hmm.
can you suggest where do I start for vertical creepers or planters?
Okay, certainly. So first is aparajita, that is very low maintenance, very easy to grow. Aparajita can definitely grow by seeds also. So you can also try to take seeds, the dried seeds of aparajita, maybe from your neighbors, and just put it in a small pot. Once you get the sapling, you may want to transfer it in a bigger pot. So aparajita can do very well. And morning glory is again a creeper plant that will also look beautiful once they grow, and you get to see beautiful blooms of morning glory. Aparajita has two colors. Try if you can get both the colors. So these are a couple of creepers which you can try. And of course, bougainvillea, it is also kind of a huge plant with blooms. It's also under creeper category, and that's also evergreen plant. So these are few you can try your hands on.
Uh, this is a question, rare question. I don't know if we know the answer. Kritika Podar is asking that she has planted beetle
Mhm.
leaves plant, but it did not germinate and has died. So, what can be the reason?
Okay. Maybe overwatering, because I've also failed couple of times in bitter leaf, but now it's doing pretty well. And my reason was overwatering. I'm not sure if yours is same, but if it is a sapling, then they may not need too much of water. So just try to be, little, uh, just hold on watering to them a little bit, especially when they are a small plant. So always do a finger test and then try. You can try it again. It's very easy to grow.
Yeah, so that's, I think we have covered a lot of questions and we are
Okay.
already hitting the time. So,
So
uh,
I'm really
Ishita,
excited.
you want
So,
to give
yes.
any last minute messages, tips for our viewers?
So definitely, Jitendra, I would like to take couple of minutes. I also want to showcase my garden. जिसके लिए इतनी मेहनत की है, I want them to see that definitely. Quick tip is try to connect with your plant community around. Try to create groups. Try to just grow. It's fine if you fail. Just keep experimenting. There are many good organic gardening essentials available at affordable organic store. You may try your hands on that. It's fine if your plant is not doing well. If it's fine if your plant dries up, or even if you are killing a plant accidentally, unfortunately, it is absolutely fine. Gardening is an experience. It's a learning. So take one step at a time. Don't rush. It needs lots of patience. This is what I would like to say. And now I will take you for a quick garden tour. I hope you're ready. Okay. Just allow me a moment. So I'm pretty fortunate that I have two spaces. One is an indoor garden, other one is an outdoor. And my garden starts from here. Let me put the back camera on. It'll be more easy. So these are few plants which needs moderate light, hence they are here. And this is my garden space for all the friends, those who have joined. This is my indoor garden. That's the collection of my succulents. That's Monstera. This was best out of waste. This letter was kept almost a year or more. Got that for home painting. Thought to utilize it for something else. And of course, this is my happy place. Peace, hope, enjoy is the message I want to give it to you all. That's a heart-shaped jade plant gifted by my husband. It's a beautiful syngonium, the neon money plant, spider plant. I also wanted to show this macram hanger, which are available very easily. One of my friend made this for me, and it comes into plant styling. You can keep your pots in this, and it looks very decorative. I have many indoors, and there's a quick glimpse of the outside garden. Not in a great situation due to the cyclone we all faced recently, but this is it. As you see, there are many beautiful plants here. This is again a reused old fountain. That's all, Jitendra. I think this was a quick glimpse of my garden.
Yeah, Ishita, garden is really beautiful and it's inviting. Uh,
Thank you.
we can imagine that sitting there in that chair and enjoying the view. So thank you
That's
very
all.
much for giving the tour. And
Sure.
last question we'll take from Priya Single. She's asking, can we grow falsa plant in Pune's weather?
I think you can. I've not tried yet, but I read about it. You can definitely try it. I'm sure you will get success because Pune has a very favorable climate. So most of the plants really grow well. We are fortunate that we are in Pune.
So I would like to thank you on behalf of all the participants. They are saying thank you and they are grateful for you answering the questions. And I would also like to thank you on behalf of the Affordable Organic Store for giving your precious time. And guys, we today we had Ishita from. She's basically from Pune and she's quite active in Pune's gardening community. And you can connect with her on Instagram on gardening.happiness. I've already given the uh, handle in my YouTube chat. So I think,
Thank you so much,
yeah.
Jiten,
So
for taking me on this platform. It was a great experience, and I really enjoyed this session. Thank you again.
thank you. So we'll be going offline. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.